You give tzedakah, you're working on your midot. What kind of TeShuva do you do? So now, HaShem knows we have a Yetzirah. He gave it to us. He knows we're going to make sins. He knows. He gave us the opportunities. He knows that if all of judgment would have to be paid for on one day, nobody would survive. No one. This is the argument, by the way, of the idol worshippers, Christians, where they say, see, no one's going to survive judgment anyway, so some guy died 2,000 years ago, and everyone's okay to be a murderer now. Ivelet adam tesalef darko ve'al Adonai yiz'af libo. The stupidity of man will lead him to sin against God, create new laws, create some religion, some guy died, therefore I could be a murderer, therefore I could do whatever I want, therefore... Who said that? And the rest of the pasuk says, and then they get mad at God for punishing them. You notice who's getting hurt most by these hurricanes, earthquakes, volcano eruptions. Baruch Hashem, it's not Am Yisrael. Of course, we have to wake up ourselves, but nonetheless, you're seeing the places of idolatry are getting the biggest wake-up call first. Why? They created a new God. They call him Jesus, they call him Yeshua, they call him Yeshu, Yimach Shemo V'Zichro, you call him Buddha, call him whatever you want to call him. It's not God. It's not the God of Israel. And the God of Israel says in Parashat Ha'Azinu, there is no other God. Just me. It says in chapter 32, verse 18, it says, you ignored the rock who gave birth to you and forgot God who brought you forth. He gave you messages, sent you text messages, sent you emails, sent you letters in the mail even. Nothing. Ignored him. Forgot he's the one that brought you to the world. He says, after a while, Hashem gets upset. When he gets upset, it's not like when I get upset, I just raise my voice a little bit. Big deal. He says, in chapter 32, verse 21, just a few verses later, they provoked me with a non-God. They angered me with their vanities. So shall I provoke them with a non-people. With a vile nation shall I anger them. Translation. They provoked me with a non-God. They made something that's nothing into a God. Made me very, very angry. Even more so, they replaced me with their vanities. What's their vanities? Money, sex, all the things that people go after. Instead of going to Shiur Torah, where they go? They watch basketball. They watch football. They watch the stock market. They do all these things, everything except Shiur Torah. So he says, okay, so they replaced me with nothing. So I'm going to provoke them with a non-people. What's a non-people? What's a non-people? Every people has... You go to Africa, you have many, many countries inside Africa. Each one has their own name, their own cultures, their own this, their own that. Go to America, you have Americans, but even within America, you have different cultures within America. You go to England, you go to different places. What do you mean a non-people? Every people is a people. No. He says, no, I'm going to provoke you with a non-people. What's a non-people? A people without a flag. ISIS. ISIS. They don't represent Saudi Arabia or Iran or Kuwait or Iraq. They represent nothing. They represent death, punishment. So Hashem tries to send us wake up. So now, He gives us an opportunity. He says, if I told you have to pay the bill in one day, you're not going to be able to afford it. Too much for you. So I give you Rosh HaShana. I give you Rosh HaShana as Judgment Day. Judgment Day both for the Goyim and the Jews. Everyone gets Judgment Day. The problem is, most people think that Rosh Hashanah is a holiday to just eat a bunch of food. Sweet food with sugar on it, eat some pomegranate, some fish head. If you're Moroccan or one of the Middle Eastern countries, a lamb head. Nice. Food, food, and more food. You go to Beit Knesset a few times, but all you can think about is what? The food you're about to eat again. You don't stop eating. You see anybody shaking in the Beit Knesset? Anybody crying? The drashot that they give in Beit Knesset, very cheerful. Very cheerful. Everybody's, oh, Baruch HaShem. Everybody's like very happy. Yeah, Chatima Tova. Yeah, may HaShem bless you this year. This and that. Oh, hugs and kisses. The guys that never show up the whole year to Beit Knesset, they show up too. Why? Because who doesn't want more blessings? The greatest investment that a person can possibly do is to invest as much as possible into Cube.
I urge you to open up your heart, open up your wallet, support this incredible cause. By donating, you're not only helping others, but you're also opening the door to divine blessings in your own life by really setting Hashem's children on the right track. Let's make a difference together, one person at a time. Thank you, and may Hashem bless all the sponsors and grow the Bezrat Hashem organization.